So we're back on this little formal hedge. Not doing too badly. Again, bit of dye back here on the top. The weather's been a bit up and down. Very hot last year. Again, very wet February this year. And again, we're in drought now pretty much. The lawns are looking awful. They're desperate for some rain. This was scarified a while back. And it just doesn't get any rain. So yeah, a bit concerning. So going to give this a little neaten up haircut today. I'm not going to do any major renovations on it, so I imagine the sides are going to be a bit dodgy again. I don't want to go hard on this hedge. I think we're going to have another really dry one again, which is a bit of a pain, but yeah. So yeah, we've got a couple of little low spots, just a little bit of dieback, which is a little bit concerning. I'll address a couple of points that people have raised in previous videos, like why I do the top first, and why do I not do the sides first. You should always do the sides first, and you get those sort of comments. And it doesn't really matter on this type of hedge. It's so small, the growth is very lightweight, so it's not going to change the parameters. You know, if you cut the top first, it's not going to leave too much weight on the sides, and when you trim the sides off, it's going to affect the hedge or whatever. It's every hedge is different. You can't use the same practices on every hedge. But why I do the tops first, when you come to do the sides, when you're trying to get a nice straight line, it's a lot easier to be able to see your top edge. So if you imagine all this top growth was still on and I did the sides first, it's a lot harder to see that corner that you're trying to keep a line to. So I get rid of all the top growth first, and then you've got a nice line to work off. Well, it doesn't really matter, you can do the sides first, top first, it doesn't make a difference really. Again, this hedge isn't going to be perfect either. If anyone's dealt with Lonicera hedges, Lonicera Nitidas, pileatas and stuff like that, that's how you pronounce it. Really old ones, they get so dense and matted. It's very hard in some seasons to get back to a straight line, because you'll find in one section it'll be nice and light and fluffy, and then you'll cut on the same line, and next thing you know you've got a really meaty bit. And if you stay on the same line, you can gouge it out. So you almost have to just follow the contours of the hedge. It's not perfect, there's a couple of little sticky outy bits, but if you go too hard on it you'll leave massive chunks. Look, that's really thick stems there. Like I said, it's not perfect. These old hedges are stubborn and can be a pain in the ass when you've got really tufty bits. Yeah, a bit concerning with a bit of dieback again. Could be the weather. And to all those who say you should use a tarp, no. When you factor in the hassle of laying tarps down and having to stop and move tarps, or you know, you'd have to have 10 massive tarps, lay it all out, get it, you know, if it's a windy day, the tarps are going to be blowing around. There's a much quicker way of clearing this up. So yeah, I'll show you a quick, easy method picking up this rubbish. There you go, how quick was that? Many thanks for watching. Leave me a thumbs up, much appreciated. I'll try my best to get some more videos out this year. So anyway, take care, cheers.